Okay, we got a focus here. Wanted to kind of parallel this last video where I was talking about how okay, come here, it's getting view here. The relocation platforms could be upgraded to a commercial grade for a size of 108 square feet and to be used to make portable shops for developing the technology. So I came across this. I made this back in August of 2011. So I've done quite a bit of work over the years. I was given the portable platform concept. I think it was 2007 or 8 or something like that. But here you can see how the platforms can be used to make a small community with you actually got 6 communities with a central community. So your center community would be your spiritual center. And each other community also has a center. And that's the way that the Lord showed me back in 1988 that the layout of the designs of the places of refuge, the spiritual blueprint, takes into consideration the spiritual layout that's comparable to the Temple of Solomon, where you have the wisest always in the center. You always have a center point, and so those around the center would represent the 30-fold or the 60-fold. And the ones in the center would be supported by the families that are around. So you always got a support base. So this could be, say, an apostolic community where you got 6 smaller communities around, each community representing, say, 6 families or 7 families. Let's say 7 families. So you got 7 families times 6. You got 42 families. So that's your support base for the apostolic ministry. So you might have in the center, you would have your actual dwellings. So you could actually have, 6, like a 12 apostolic head in the center. I know that's what the Lord showed my friend, that God's going to establish apostolic ministries in various areas. That's going to have its own built-in support base, so they can go forth to do the work of the Lord. So those that are in the center, that they would have their hands free to travel and to minister and to raise up the army of the Lord. And that's the whole heart and purpose of these designs, is to get out of the city and establish places. These could be built in advance in the system, in the cities, then shipped out and set up in short term. And you can see, the garden areas around and things like that. And just for raising a family, it's a really beautiful concept, because you'd be able to watch your kids and watch them play outside and things like that. And it'd be very difficult for anyone to sneak up on you, because your camps are set up in a 360 design. You got eyes looking out, and so it's like a gated community without having the walls. And but of course, those living here, if they're they would be spiritually mature, God would have His hand of protection around, and wherever the light is, the darkness will flee. So it doesn't matter who comes up. The glory of the Lord is shining, and that there's an open heavens here. The darkness would have a hard time even approaching these areas, because you know, like the saying goes, those in hell, they don't want to go into heaven because they couldn't handle it. And the glory of God is like a fire to them; it burns them. And like people are influenced by the demonic realm, people that are possessed by demons, stuff like that. So if you had a whole bunch of people that were gang that came in here that were possessed, and if the light was strong enough here, it would repel them. And that's where your protection comes in, by coming together and being of one heart, one mind, of one spirit, right? And so these places will be places where I believe that the Feast of Tabernacles will be fulfilled, just like what Neville Johnson, I was listening to him last night, that the first two feasts has been fulfilled. The last feast was the Feast of Pentecost, and that was fulfilled back in the book of Acts. But we have still to go through the Feast of Tabernacles, which is going to prepare people to enter into a walk where the life of Jesus can be manifested as rivers of water flowing out of them. So just imagine a community like this, where the waters of life, the waters of the kingdom, are flowing out. It's powerful, and the time's coming up, people won't be able to afford to live on their own, and that's the reason that I'm pushing these platforms, because they could be used to set up portable camps, and there's definitely need of these camps in every state in the United States and every province of Canada here. And there's so much need, and they can be used for so many things. If only those of you that have the finances and the businesses and the shops could visualize this, because they will be needed. And those who stay in the system, as far as the church is concerned, you're going to become trapped. And that's what David Terrell, the prophet of the Lord, God showed him many times that, if you wait too long, you're going to be trapped. You won't be able to get out. And those times are coming. You're just going to, how does that work? Going to take a picture of that. Or what? Just giving you a little view of my little cabin here. I've been here about 2 months, and I had to build everything and buy everything here. I do my cooking in the background there. That's my dog. He's sleeping. So it took me a while to get organized where I could do these videos. I just had Charles Cable hooked up a few days ago, so I'm making use of it. And it looks like I might have some time off of work. There's a little, maybe 10-day lull coming, and I'll be able to really push to start working on the website. I've been working on this YouTube channel, the Project Goshen YouTube channel, getting it organized, getting the playlist going, and so I need to maybe connect with other different sites. I don't really like Facebook, but there's an alternative to Facebook that I might join. And the whole thing of this video is just give you an idea that it is possible to build a community of I don't know what would this work out to. Go to my calculator here. Each community would have, say, one family, say an average of 5 people for family. So that's about 30. Just say 30, 20, 24 people. We just say 24 people per community. So we got 24 times 7. we have about 168 people. You know, I always like numbers. 168 don't really sound that good. So we're going to go to 36 times 7, 252. That's good size, you know, 16 acres for a couple hundred people. And you got your area all laid out. So that's pretty good. And you got your growing area around the main camp. You can see the gray there is your parking on the corners. So these camps would be, you know, free of vehicles. Just need the people, the vision, people understanding the vision, coming together in the spirit of the Lord. Someone having the property, others having the shops, and doing it. But these will come to pass in the Lord's time. And while working together is going to bring your cost down to a fraction compared to living in the city. And the Lord's already given me the technology for using the relocation platforms for making multi-level greenhouses, like vertical farming. And 2 greenhouses would supply all the fruit, all the vegetables for this community. And so it's possible to live off grid, and there's enough low technology where you can generate your power, you can convert all your waste. So you can be 100% off grid and not attached to the land. And you're able to pick up and go. A camp like this, it'd probably take about, say a week. You know, if you had a week, you could be all set up, functioning in a week. That's amazing. And then all your gardens and all that are marked out, you know exactly where everything goes. You start prepping your land, put in your fencing, and it's a done deal. Beautiful spot to live in. You just need the people that are mature enough spiritually to come together, to work together, to live together, to pray together, and to generate an open heavens. Okay, that's it. I got supper cooking there, and been working on concrete today, and I took a shower, feel good, and I'm getting a little bit tired here, so got to sign out. This is Joshua Taylor coming to you from here in Edmonton, and just sowing a seed, getting this out, hoping that's going to fall into some good soil.